I Just Work Here is an entertainment-based podcast. Please note that this show is for entertainment purposes only and should not be sourced as fact. The views and opinions expressed in this episode are our own and may not reflect reality or accurate information. We encourage listeners to seek verified sources for reliable information. Enjoy.
You are now tuning in.
You are now tuned in.
I Just Work Here.
I just work here.
I just work here. Hey, I just work here.
It's showtime! Holy shit! I'm gonna go!
That's getting deleted.
Yep, we'll see.
You fucking piece of shit.
None of this is to say.
Yo, none of this shit is getting sent on to the fucking episode. Okay? Like, we need to start a line and be like, here we go.
Thought we did.
Oh, no. Dude, no. I've been on my phone for the last 3 minutes.
That is fair.
You guys ready for this? I don't think anyone's ready for this. I am Bryce. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. Cut. I'm Bryce. This is Brett, and we're on the podcast. And here is your crisp, cold crack of the day. Oh, that's fucking refreshing. Refreshing. Oh, yeah, dude. I don't know about you, but like in the last couple days, no, not even last couple weeks, it's just been so much at one time real quick. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, oh, and then you notice like little things like that.
Yeah.
Or like when we burned our like 34 tons of trees or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Been there, done that,
Burned
man.
that. And then
Shit's crazy.
We sifted, we had to sift through it, pull the metal out and stuff.
Yep.
Finding shit, random shit.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, the amount of fucking barbed wire I found. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. Dude,
there was a fucking fence line there at one point under the dirt.
They love that shit. And you know, that's the fun one is when it's buried under like 6 inches of dirt and it's all falling apart because it's all rusted. So you just pull it out in sections like a foot long and you're just like, come on.
Speaking of fence, that's all I did yesterday afternoon. That made me want to cry.
Yeah, luckily we did all that in the past, so I don't ever have to fucking worry about that again because it is actual hell on earth. It sucks.
Yeah, so what we did is we rent sections of fields from my boss's cousin. Mm-hmm. We like have like all of his fields surrounding him that he owns, basically. So basically there was a fence line separating two different fields entirely, and then there's another fence that separates the third field that you have to drive into to get from the road.
Oh, okay.
But with that fence out, at one point you had to sneak in through one field. You had to go like 2 miles around, sneak in through one in a tree line, sneak into this one field, hit it, and then drive all the way back out, drive all the way in, hit the other field, and then come back to this last one. And so we took the whole fence line out. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. My arms were dead today because those steel posts, it's like sandy silt up there for dirt. So you could just fucking grab it, pull on it a bunch, and then you just pull it up straight up, dude. And you just hear you can hear the water in the fucking ground.
Yep.
Going.
Yeah. It's crazy. Well, what we did, we took the Bobcat and we built this. We have a chain with a piece of metal, a square piece, and then we cut a notch out of it, hook it on there at an angle, and then you just lift them out.
Oh, yeah. No, with the steel post,
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, we just use a skid steer with a bucket. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and just kind of
hit the knob.
Yeah.
Catch the knob, and then we just put pressure on it. And since it's like silt, it just comes right out of the ground.
That's good. Yeah, ours was like packed fucking dirt on almost every field. It was like those bitches were not coming out. So
I've also pulled a 53-pound wood post 5 feet 9 inches out of the fucking ground.
Yeah,
with my bare hands,
are probably
bro.
The worst.
With my bare hands, and I literally, as I pulled it out, I fucking threw it, dude, and just and you just hear, "You're doing a great job! Holy fuck!" You just hear from the skids. I just hear from the skid steer. Atta boy.
Yeah, we ended up just taking it and rolling it all up after that. And it was
rolling barbed wire
sucks.
Never done it before.
Really?
Never. the only time I've ever had to deal with barbed wire.
Get ready to have holes in your clothes.
Yeah, I got a hole in my leg from this morning. That's nice.
Yeah.
Hope my tetanus shot's still good.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering too. My hands hurt after I got holes in my gloves. I'm like, oh shit.
This is the one time I was happy for thick leather gloves.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Yeah, they fucking love that barbed wire crap, dude. I'm telling you.
Bro, we spooled up 1/4 mile.
Sucks.
3 lines. And then after that, we're like, we're not rolling. What happens, like, the back half of these fields are sloughs. Mm-hmm. Well, they're dry other than one spot.
Yeah.
So what do? Pull the fucking fence out. I go all the way to the end, walk all the way through these cattails and shit. Tick Central.
Oh, of course. And they're out already.
Oh, yeah. Ended up pulling 5 of them off.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, dude. Most scariest fucking thought in my mind, other than like pulling one out of my hair, was looking down to take a piss.
Yeah, I know. Something about that.
You have to federally inspect the boys to make sure they're good. Oh, it's
not
terrible.
Fucking knows. I can't stand ticks, dude. I hate them.
Me too.
If anything on this earth, I've thought mosquitoes,
snakes,
but ticks could be eradicated, and it wouldn't bother me.
Take all snakes.
Snakes are not that bad.
I don't care. I'm cool.
I'm a pussy.
Motherfucker, you're built like E.T. I will fold you. I will fold you so fat. Bro, you better scramble like an egg before you get folded like an omelet.
Damn, somebody's really hiding their fear of snakes.
Oh, I'm not hiding. No, it's public knowledge.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. I shot a staple gun at a fucking garter snake the other day, like 3-4 weeks ago, dude. First one came out. As soon as the frost came out the ground, I was fucking redoing fence. And all of a sudden, I just see black and yellow.
They've been kind of thick this year.
I was like, oh, hell no. Nah. So I pulled the fucking trigger back, the pressure trigger on the staple gun, and went ting, ting.
Yeah, that's got to be my favorite activity, is just loading a staple gun and holding the fucking safety back and just go do, 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 do. Just rapid firing them bitches. It's so fun.
This was an electric one, a DeWalt, so
nice.
It's fucking heavy.
So you're not even limited to air. But the nice part about air ones is we have a pressure gauge on there.
Oh, yeah.
So I just crank it all the way up and it'll fucking shoot it into the door from like halfway back in the fucking in the shop, dude. Just crazy.
I want DeWalt's AR-15 style nail gun. That they fucking I don't know if they have it anymore or if it was just a meme, dude, but I saw it once and I was like, I want that.
That would be pretty sweet.
And the battery pack goes in where the mag does. And I'm like, that's dope.
Oh, that was back when they had the drop ones and not the slide-ins.
Yeah. So we did this whole thing, and I'm walking through these fucking cattails because that sidetracked. And I fucking walk through these fucking cattails like 4 times, and finally, like I walk all the way through them, and I walk all the way back, dude. I get to the end, boss man goes, "We got to go back through there." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, so and so's coming up with the skid steer, and we're gonna pull these out." Okay. I get to the point where I'm like grabbing them and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And I just start pulling them out.
Yeah. That's kind of fucking bizarre though, because like I said, we had to use a goddamn bobcat. And I remember there was one spot and I can't remember why, but the ground was so packed down. When we pulled that thing out, it sounded like a gun went off. The chain with that anchor, that grip that we made, it went flying. The fucking pole went flying. It was just like, boom.
Plot twist, he was on a gas line.
That'd be something. Yeah, I just blew it out of the ground. I look back, my grandpa's in the bobcat. I'm standing there. We're both looking at each other like, holy shit. One of us just about got speared.
Dude, that's wild. Because these literally, I'm not kidding, like, it was effort because there was like 50 of them. And a couple of them were really in there. And I only broke one.
Yeah.
Because like you can hear the water in the ground when you pull them out. Like when you fucking yoink them out.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? But I pull them out and we get everything like lined up and ready to get, thrown away or whatever. And then, all right, we're going to bring dump wagon back tomorrow. Okay, cool. Fast forward to tomorrow, which is today. Go to work, get hit with all right, get this gate. I was running a smidge late, but I ended up taking over, closed gates, opened other ones, while chores were going on, and then got told to head up, hit the farm, literally shut my pickup off, and my boss called and said, hey, hop in this other pickup, bring it back up to the field we were just at yesterday to help clean up this fence.
Nice.
Sir, yes, sir. Get up there. And I just want to be honest. I love my fucking job. It's the best job I've ever fucking had. Working on a farm is the best thing I've ever done ever in my life to date. The wedding will be the best when it happens, but it's not. And my resume is stacked right now. Like I'm stat padding like a motherfucker right now. If I was this, I honestly have gotten to the point where I think my job is just a bunch of different side quests.
Yeah. That's pretty much all it is.
The whole time I'm getting ready for the two main quests, planting and harvest. That's it. But everything in between it, side quests. And if it is totally random, like, oh, hey, I roll into work at like 7:45, 8 o'clock, and I get told by my boss, hey, hook this pickup up to this trailer and then come find me when you're done. I'm gonna be like, okay, cool. That's how he gets me, because he always has me do the work. Yeah. He doesn't tell me I'm going on a trip yet. Not all the time, but there's times he'll be like, yeah, hook this up to this trailer because I need you to go here and pick this up. And I'm like, oh, road trip? Fuck yeah. I think he noticed that I get excited like a fucking puppy.
That's how I feel when I get to mow, because it's just like, nobody gets to bother me. I just get to sit here and listen to podcasts, some music, whatever. It's like bliss, and I'm getting paid. It's great.
Shit, I guess technically we're doing the same thing. We're both driving, chilling, listening to music.
Pretty much.
Difference is I'm pulling a hell of a lot of fucking weight.
Hey man, that mower behind me ain't no small spring chicken now. I don't fucking know, man. Should have seen the look on his face. He's like, what the fuck?
I didn't even have to fucking say anything, dude. That's the problem. You are white, but not that white.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's like borderline. Your seasoning is Cajun and cracked black pepper. That's it. Yeah. That's how close you got right there. And barbecue sauce would be spicy.
Yeah, very. Gotta watch out.
But I will say, my job is awesome. And when I rolled up this morning, I was totally spaced out on what the fuck we were doing. And then I sat there and was like, and then got stabbed like 5 times by barbed wire.
It's part of it.
Got it dropped into the dump trailer. Picked up a bunch of posts, did a bunch of post work, and then had to rip a fucking tree out of the ground. And I told my boss, I was like, dude, that tree, it's not a steel post. That bitch flexed. Yeah. And it did not move an inch. Jeez. I walk back, grab a chain, he brings skid steer over, I wrap it around. And I mean, this tree's like 6.5. It's still thin. It's like pop bottle thick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I wrapped that bitch twice. And hooked it and then wrapped it around the bucket once. Yeah.
Yep.
Yoink. Right out, dude. Ripped the whole thing. And once we threw, there's another tree and shit. Little baby one. And because we're like combining these two fields into one. We're like going to take this and just make it bigger.
It's fair.
Because it was a pasture. There's 2 different pastures. And we're like, we farm both of these and it's a bitch to get in there.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
And if we could have our way, we'd fucking cut down a tree that's hanging over the entrance to that field.
Of course.
That's going to take like either a professional company.
Yeah, probably.
Because that tree's like 150 years old.
Yeah, we got one like that on one field we farm. That tree is huge, dude. Like massive.
And they're always dead.
Yes.
They're always dead.
There's shit falling off constantly. Like I got to get out and move the crap. There's just a pile of branches near this tree. I don't know if it's dead or not, but I don't think it's dead because it gets leaves, but it's fucking parts of it are definitely dead. That's for sure.
But it was one of those things where I was like, okay, send me out here with a motherfucking chainsaw and some rope and a chain. Cause I'm not using rope to drag fucking a tree trunk. I want a log chain, homie. So I just need a skid steer, preferably a quad track for weight.
Yeah.
But I got to be able to get up that fucking tree and tie that shit around.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can climb, but there's nothing on this tree.
No,
There's nothing
there
to
never
grab.
is. There never is.
And I'm like, fuck, dude. So I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I even thought about it. I was like, bro, what if I just put like in a spud gun? You know?
No,
A potato gun?
Oh,
A potato gun? A spud gun?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. It like, you know what I'm saying? Like compressed air, potato launcher.
Put a grenade in it.
No.
Oh.
No. The
Okay.
fuck?
Well, anyway, continue.
Take a fucking potato and jam a fucking
Fuck's a potato gonna do to a tree?
shut up and listen.
Okay.
Jam a potato on it, fucking put rope or fucking something in that potato and have it hanging out the gun and use it like a fucking harpoon and shoot it over, get the launch just right. So when you hit the rope, it swings around.
Oh, there you go.
But you still have to have somebody up there to tie that fucker down.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah.
You'll do it?
No.
Oh, I thought you said
I was
yeah.
agreeing with you. I fucking hate heights. I ain't doing that shit.
I have no problem climbing a bin
No.
with a ladder, that is so chintzy
see what
made. It's like
happens.
scary.
But yeah, dude, I fucking I was going up the green bin stairs
Yeah.
and we got like 3/4
Oh,
of the
you
way
have
up.
stairs?
Yeah.
Fuck you, you spoiled brat. I got a ladder.
It's a 50-foot bin, dude. It's fucking huge.
Yeah, we have one too.
Well, tell them to fucking invest in some stairs. They're great. Point being, there's a goddamn squirrel chilling there. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Instead of running up and I even moved out of the way so I could run down, this motherfucker just leaped off the side, went whap on the ground and then ran off. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Squirrels can't die from falling.
They don't take fall damage.
No,
Nice.
they don't.
Nice. That was fucking crazy. The sound it made when it hit the ground, I was like,
It's like something like, there's a whole fucking video on it, but like they hit the like maximum terminal velocity instantly.
oh. Well, that makes sense then. Yeah, it was funny. My grandpa and I were going up because I told him, I was like, I'm going to make it to the top of the green bin. All of a sudden he comes back down. He's like, where'd you go? I said no. And he's like, yeah, I was up there. I was talking to you and I turned around and you weren't there anymore. At some point I just said, fuck this. And I went back down. No.
Those motherfuckers at work make me climb that bitch to go open the top port and take a fat whiff of this corn to make sure it's still good and it's not starting to get hot and nasty. And they're all three standing on the ground going,
Yep.
is it good? And I'm like at the top.
Yeah. I went
Because I fucking smoke a pack of cigarettes every day, bro, because I'm a fucking idiot.
I went to go help a guy with harvest a little bit, and he wanted me to go check he had like these stairs or whatever, and that connected the two bins, and he wanted me to go up there and check them. He's like, can you go up there and check that out? And then he walks away and I'm like, fuck. So I got like halfway up and then I just kind of crawled up the stairs the rest of the way.
Are you really that afraid of heights?
Oh yeah, dude. I've been getting better. It used to be like ladders were too fucking much for me, but we're getting better. But yeah, dude, I crawl up there like fucking basically laying on the platform. I open the door, like one arm extended straight up, holding it. I'm like, yeah, it's about full. Shut it.
Not even looking in.
I didn't even look in there. It's like, just switch fucking bins, please. It's like, I don't want to look.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm telling you.
I could see it in there, obviously, because it was coming from the top middle. But point being,
Yeah.
it looked good. Good enough. So
I remember during harvest, my boss was like, hey, yo. He didn't say that. He's 66 years old, by the way. He's like, hey, kid. Let me know when when the silo's full, or when it's full, go pull this wire and pull it hard. Or no, he's like, once it gets full, shut everything off, shut the bin off, shut the auger off, like,
sure,
but let everything clean out. So whatever spills, it spills. And I'm like, all right, bet. Literally, as soon as he hung up, I look over and there's shit flying out the fucking side of the silo out the top, bro. No. And I went, oh, some of my pickup. And I'm also bagging this shit in this tractor. But yeah, dude, I fucking ran out, or I like drove over there, got out of the truck so fucking quick. I genuinely almost thought like didn't put the truck in park.
Oh,
like
no.
that's how quick I got out that bitch. Turns out I was literally like I had hit the brakes so hard and the wheels had stopped moving to where I put it in park and like it just was like sliding on the dirt still. I was like, oh,
whoops.
It was like 4 or 5 feet, but I was like, damn. Yeah. Got out, pulled the fucking cord or shut everything off. Then boss rolls up and goes, all right, you remember how to do this? And I was like, I've never done this. I wasn't with you last harvest. And he goes, oh yeah, that's right. And I'm like, yeah, I have no idea what the fuck you're doing. And he goes, when I say pull this fucking cord as hard as you can, kiddo, that's all I got to say. And I was like, game, recognized game. And I wrapped that bitch around my hand. Yep. He's like, you know, if you slip, that's steel, right? And I went, I have gloves. Whatever. Wrapped him. And he's like, you ready? And I went, yep. And I fucking yanked, dude. And I just hear, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And it was the fucking flipper valve.
Oh, yeah.
To go from the silo to the, silo to bin because the leg goes up the silo.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
That's fire.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that's what's up. And that morning, and literally that morning, they made me crawl up that bitch and beat on it with a hammer.
For what?
Because it was plugged up.
Oh,
you ready for fucking planting season, dude?
I don't really do anything during planting season.
Bro, fuck you. Fuck you.
I get to go roll stocks. That's about it.
Beat your ass. You got the second easiest job on the farm.
What can I say?
Must be nice.
Well, I mean,
I got to do everything else, dude.
More fucking money and I'll do more.
That's fair. I did get a raise, so we're chilling.
Hey.
And I get another one at harvest because nobody thinks I'm going to stick around, which means I'm about to get ran through the motherfucking ringer, dude. This year's going to be rough.
The only thing getting raised out at my farm is fucking
blood pressure.
Yeah. That was a better one than what I was going to come up with. So good. I like
blood pressure.
Yeah.
Anxiety.
I don't get anxious anymore.
I used to. I get anxious when I get told to like hook up something to a certain setup.
You just stay drunk 24/7. You have no anxiety. Terrible advice from Brett.
We do not condone this.
I was kidding. That was a joke.
I, as the host of this show, will never condone drinking enough to where you cannot be numb or you cannot feel anything because you are numb.
Yeah.
Nor do I ever encourage drinking and driving.
If you're going to drink.
And if you show up to work drunk, bro, fuck you. Yeah, I did that shit for 2 years. It sucked. Quit being a fucking problem. Seek some help.
If you're going to drink or do drugs, do it when you're in a good mood, not a bad mood. And always keep your friends close. Marilyn Manson said that.
If you're going to, okay, so there's people that aren't going to stop doing it. But like, if you're going to do it, 2 things. Either get enough practice with it that it's perfect.
Function.
Or just don't be fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Because you ruin it for the rest of us.
Yeah, dude. Just because I'm a white guy driving a fucking 96 Buick LeSabre, now all of a sudden, boom, I'm a drug dealer too.
Profiled.
Yeah, dude. Fuck you. Just because I dress like Adam Sandler and drive a Buick LeSabre doesn't mean I'm a fucking drug dealer, okay? God damn.
Yeah.
That's happened way too many times.
I believe it.
Once.
Yeah.
That's one too many times
when
for
I
me.
Drove that fucking beat fucking car I had forever. That
G6?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck that car.
Got pulled over so many times. Just
the one
for
time.
the dumbest shit, too.
Bro, the one time I got pulled over in my old 6.5 half-ton Chevy. Mm-hmm. I got pulled over in that thing. I had it for 3 years, 3.5. Well, I had it for longer than that. I got it at 18 and basically had it until I was like 24, 5. Something like that. I got pulled over in that thing probably 100 plus times.
Jesus.
Because it's a diesel pickup. Nobody I guess had comprehended the fact that it is a diesel half-ton pickup. So anytime I got on it by any means, which if you own a 6.5 or have driven a 6.5, you know that getting on it means you're literally just trying to get to the fucking speed limit before the end of the block.
Yep.
Or the end of the next block, depending on what you have for gear ratio. But when I did that, little puffs of black would come out.
Oh, of course.
Sometimes if it was cold, it was all white. If it was cold, dude. But I got pulled over a lot, dude, for rolling coal, excessive acceleration.
You're just sitting there like, wouldn't it be crazy if there was like a meth problem in this town that you could be dealing with and not fucking with me?
At least 50 times I got pullovers in North Dakota.
Oh, well,
my
that
God.
explains it. Really nothing to do there. So
99.9% of the times I got pulled over, I'm thinking they fucking snagged me for my tint.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, please do it. Please hit me for the tint. Please do. Don't hit me for anything else. Just tint.
Right.
Because tint is a non-moving violation. It does not go on my driving record. Please just give me anything. Give me a tint ticket over everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
No, you're good.
I'll go ahead and stretch them back out. My feet just fell asleep. So, but it was the one time I got pulled over for tint. I was pissed because my windows were down, but I'd hit a deer. So my left window didn't go down all the way.
Damn. They fucking, yeah, if they really want to.
Fuck Lincoln, North Dakota, dude. And that highway patrol officer. You can eat a bag of dicks, bro.
Yeah, fuck you.
I was on the phone with my father talking about a possible service call I was going to have to do to get his truck back on the road.
You dick.
And this fucking piece of shit pulls me over. And I'm like, you're fucking such a waste of space.
I know. Sometimes it's just like, could you fucking be anywhere else than right here, right now? Thank you.
Most time when I pull over, there's no license plate lights because when I'd swap my bumper.
Oh, they're terrible.
I just sat there and was like, you read the plate though, right? Like with your headlights, like you could read that. And he goes, yeah. I was like, is there anything obstructing it? And he goes, no. And I was like, cool. What fucking crime has been committed?
Yeah, dude. On my car, I had bulbs in it before, and I got pulled over 3 times, even though it worked.
They were just dim.
Yeah, it would just suck. So what I did is I took that piece out, cut out the plastic, glued a piece of plexiglass on that fucking hoe, and then I took and put an LED in that bitch, and that thing was so fucking bright. I was like, all right, now if I get pulled over for this, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm like,
ain't nobody stopping me now.
Oh, it's too bright. You want to know what's not too bright? Your fucking mother for making it, you piece of shit.
Oh my God.
God, a license plate light, really? Like, fuck you.
Hey, yo, dead ass. That's how I got my first DUI, bro.
Yeah?
It sucked.
That's why they do it.
It was like 7 blocks from here. But yeah, dude, the license plate lights, I think the best part about that was my old 1990 Acura Integra. Because it was a JDM car originally, I guess. Just, it was built there and shipped here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For someone that had ordered it. Well, it didn't have license plate lights.
Oh, cool.
Like at all.
Nice.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the I Just Work Here podcast. I'm Bryce.
I'm Brett. Welcome back, everyone. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. What is happening?
I don't know.
Do it again.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the I Just Work Here podcast. I'm Bryce. I'm here with...
I'm Brett. How's it going, everybody?
And we are back here again for episode 8.
Yes.
Part
back
2,
again.
The Pacific Theater
You
of
thought
World
it
War
was
II.
over with the last one. We're only getting started, baby.
You cannot lock us in a room for 4 hours and expect this to go any other way.
This is so bad. But we're going to continue on. We're going to push on. We're going to make another banger for you. So get ready.
We're going to try our best, at least.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it solid 9.8 out of 10 effort. I'm just that 0.2. I'm exhausted.
I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah, same. That European theater was hard.
Yeah.
So,
a good one, though.
On World War II, Pacific Theater style, you know, we have the first major event that brought America into World War II. And that was Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941. That was something, dude. I've seen it used in a lot of movies.
Oh, yeah.
And it is, I think, the only one that got it close to right, in my opinion, other than the movie Pearl Harbor.
Of course.
Is the movie Midway.
Yeah.
That was something. It was like, I don't want to say the most realistic, but like it made, like, you got to see exactly where everything got hit. And like the sinking, it was wild.
Yeah. God damn. Could you imagine that?
No.
I mean, we're going to be saying that a lot, and we probably did in the last one, but
Yeah.
what a fucking just time.
I want to know how pissed off the Japanese emperor was when they realized that they touched our boats. Because every single ass whooping that comes from the U.S. military, I swear, if you touch the boats, it's going to be known for centuries that you got your ass handed to you, straight belt to ass by America.
Yeah, dude.
Your cheeks will say "Made in America," just like that.
Yeah. No,
And
that's
we
a fact.
and we did. If you graduated from high school or at least showed up to high school on some days, or common knowledge, I would assume that we dropped the fucking sun on Japan twice.
Yeah.
And we changed their entire history. They went from like honor before death type suicidal, if kill yourself before you get captured type situation, to like anime and Honda Civics and Toyotas and Nissans and business moguls. Okay, so I just want to say this says that the time and date of the attack was December 7th, 1941 at 7:55 a.m. Local time. Bro, imagine you're on your way to work.
I know.
You're on your way to work, having a cigarette, enjoying your day, just kind of looking at the sun, thinking this is a beautiful day. And all of a sudden, half your fucking harbor is just on fire. And people are dead, and there's planes and bombs and guns. And now you're like, well, do I go home or do I go to work?
Yeah.
Because back then, men were different.
Right.
Those are hard men.
Absolutely.
Hard men doing some hard things.
Fuck yeah.
But dude, the amount of like propaganda that was used, like, I wish, if I ever had a time machine, I want to go back and I want to see what that would be like.
Yeah.
Because
I imagine it's not much different than what North Korea looks like now. You know what I mean? With the propaganda they have there.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, just to see,
anti-West,
like, I didn't know until I was a senior in high school that we had Japanese internment camps in the States. I was literally dedicated.
They did not teach me that in school. I wonder why.
I was dedicated to like history and like its factual correctness. Yeah. I loved it. I was infatuated with it. It was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I find out about that and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah.
No wonder Japan doesn't let America bring cars in at certain ages and shit.
Yeah.
Or America doesn't let Japanese cars in or some shit. There's like a low-key racism thing going probably.
Yeah.
That was fucked up though.
Dude, you look at the cartoons of the time and shit, it's very racist towards Japanese especially.
So after World War I, in World War II, after Pearl Harbor, we're looking at the initial Japanese conquests. They rapidly expanded its control over vast territories in the Pacific, including Guam, Wake Island, the Philippines, Malaya, Singapore, and Burma.
Yep.
Guam, dude, when America took over Guam, it took like 26 minutes.
Really?
Dude, I don't know what know what the deal entirely was.
Did they have Japanese patrolling that?
No, they'd all been called or they were all harbored or something like that. They just, the Americans like rolled in and they just
took over.
Yeah, just
take that.
It was more than like 26 minutes. It was probably like an hour or something.
Oh, sure. But still.
It's funny as hell though. It's just like, wow, that was the easiest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Also, did you know that a lot of ships had ice cream makers?
What?
On board?
Yeah, that's
like there was a point in time, there's a video somewhere, I think it's on Nick's page, The Fat Electrician on YouTube. I'm pretty sure he does one called Ice Cream Pirate Ship or some Ice Cream Submarine or some shit. And they have ice cream on the boats because ice cream was just becoming a big popular thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it says during World War II, ice cream became a morale booster and a symbol of American culture for soldiers, with the U.S. Navy even operating a fleet of ice cream barrages to supply frozen treats. Bomber crews created ice cream in flight, and fighter pilots even strapped ammo cans to their planes to churn the mix. the Navy even had a dedicated ice cream barge that could produce 10 gallons of ice cream every 7 minutes. Oh, wow.
How the hell did anyone on that ship get anything done? Dude. I'd be 600 pounds sitting in my bunk just collapsing. Mm-hmm. My Lord. 10 gallons every 7 minutes? Woof. Imagine imagine being like a German or a Japanese person in this war and realizing that the boat that just sunk yours whooped your ass. The boat that just sunk yours and basically handed you your ass was enjoying ice cream while they did it.
Yeah, dude.
I'd be so fucking upset, dude. I probably would just freak out.
All they gave us is off-brand meth. God damn it.
We got Parvitin. That's it.
Yep. God damn.
And then so after the initial Japanese conquest from 1941 to 1942, it's when they took over those territories in the Pacific.
Yes.
The Guadalcanal campaign was next.
Okay.
That was 1942 to 1943. And it was a fierce and prolonged battle for the Guadalcanal, marking a turning point as the Allies began to gain ground against Japanese on land warfare.
Ah.
The ships were a different story. That was once America slightly recovered from Pearl Harbor, balls to the wall on deck.
I believe
ready to go. Mm-hmm. And there were some times they went toe to toe and it wasn't a great outcome.
Well, that's how it goes. But yeah, with that extra vengeance fueling that fire under your ass, it's going to be
nothing worse than pissing off an American by touching his boat.
Yeah, dude. It's just that motivation thrives on that,
Especially in a rich neighborhood, you get shot by touching some dude's boat. So the Battle of Midway in June 1942, that was wild.
Yeah.
It was absolutely it was the reason America won that one. Mm-hmm. It took code there. As I said, there's a movie called about Midway, and they used code breakers.
Yeah.
To figure out a certain area in the Pacific.
Oh, shit.
Coordinates wise.
Yeah.
And they would just look at what is in that area and they would have to pick a spot. Well, one time it was Midway Island.
Gotcha.
They got it and snuck in basically and just fucking rocked them.
Damn.
Dive bombers, torpedoes, gunfire. The victory. Okay, so what it was, the summary is the Battle of Midway was a pivotal naval battle in the Pacific Theater of World War II, fought between June 3rd to the 7th, 1942, where the United States Navy decisively defeated the Imperial Japanese Navy, effectively turning the tide of the war. His victory crippled Japan's ability to launch large-scale offensive operations and marked the beginning of the Allied counteroffense in the Pacific. The Japanese aimed to neutralize the U.S. Navy as a Pacific power, securing control of the region and forcing a negotiated peace. That was the only place anyone could restock.
Yeah.
And stay out there.
Yeah, because it's 2,485 miles from Japan, and then it's 1,100 miles from Hawaii. So it's a good fucking piece of land to have,
Oh, yeah.
Especially for Japan if they're attacking the United States. And if they would have taken Hawaii.
Japan wanted to destroy everything of American or the U.S. Pacific Fleet, basically. So they could establish a base and then threaten Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
And hearing that, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know it's a good idea being that close to America. Mm-hmm. Still have missiles. Still have guns. Yeah. And we're developing a fucking nuke. Yeah, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was...
poking the fucking bear, no doubt.
Absolutely. Oh, dude, yeah. The U.S. Navy, led by Admiral Chester Nimitz, pre-positioned its forces, creating an ambush for the Japanese fleet. The initial Japanese strikes, aircraft attacked Midway on June 4th, but were met by U.S. land-based aircraft and carrier-based planes from the U.S. Navy. They were like, gang, let's go, dude.
That shit, man.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, they went to go do. Oh shit, there's people.
Yeah.
The U.S. dive bombers sank 4 of Japan's leading aircraft carriers, the Akagi, Kaga, Soru, and Haru, crippling Japan's naval power.
Fuck.
In one battle, just
Yeah.
peace out. Oh, they were fighting for like 4 days.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good time. You know, that's good timing.
I mean,
Very efficient.
The U.S. that definitely did suffer some losses. Though They lost the carrier Yorktown, but were able to salvage it and return it to service.
Oh, that's
pretty wild.
again.
The Japanese, facing overwhelming losses, abandoned their plans to capture Midway and retreated westward. Mm-hmm. And it was considered a turning point in the war, shifting the balance of power in favor of the U.S. So get this: Germany did a two-fronted war.
Yep.
And lost.
Yep.
The U.S. did a two-fronted war and fucking won. Yo, this is starting to look like the United States is now back-to-back World War champs.
You're damn right.
And the only sad part about that is history is written by the victor. So there's a lot of shit that we're never going to know.
No, that is completely fair.
That's why I think World War III will be live streamed and broadcasted.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's the best part about technology is because you can't really lie when you have just irrefutable video evidence from many different, point of views and stuff.
Do you want to know what Albert
Laughable.
Einstein said?
What's that?
I don't know the exact words, but along the lines of, I don't know what weapons World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
Oh, gosh.
He said that back in like the 50s.
Yeah. Well,
Also, like, you've seen the movie Oppenheimer, right?
no.
Oh my God. Holy shit, dude.
Only watch scary movies, dude.
That movie had me on the edge of my seat for 2 hours.
I believe it.
It was absolutely beautiful.
All right, fine. I'll watch that one too.
It's got
Creepy.
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, he looks
in
like
it.
a fucking skeleton man.
That's Thomas Shelby. You watch your fucking tone.
Okay.
You watch your tone.
Sorry. Anyway.
No, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's, oh my Lord. I did not understand
And all those special effects were like handmade too. There's no CGI in that.
I did not know the efforts that they went
It's crazy.
in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, build a community out of nothing and make people stay there till the project's done and no communication outward. The fact that we dropped those bombs, I wonder if like what would happen if we wouldn't have.
Yeah. Do you think they probably wouldn't have well, Midway was before that, obviously. They started backing off then.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much did.
Yeah.
Like, you reset an entire culture.
Yeah.
That's, you turn. Hey, you know what's really weird? I saw this guy on a podcast. I was like, I did the math. Do you know what range around a nuclear blast the frozen pizzas would be cooked perfectly? And he said like 2.6 miles.
What
And the guy,
fuck?
the host of the show was like, yeah, and I bet people are cooked perfectly too.
Yeah.
And he's like, definitely.
There's actually, it's crazy. I can't remember. It's like perfect, like shadow
Of a person.
with a cane standing there, and it's printed into the cement.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's just haunting.
Oh yeah, dude, turn you into dust.
Just
If you're
vaporized,
lucky,
yeah.
if you're lucky, it'll
Oh,
turn
yeah.
you to dust. Otherwise, it instantly they turn you into
Yeah,
a
because
shadow.
then I look at the videos of them cleaning people's wounds, and they're all fucked up from the blast radius, and it's just like, oh my god! Like I don't think it can solve the problem real quick, but I really do not think that the nukes were an option at all. A lot of people, it's just like be the east side of Berlin doing their thing, following just, stay alive kind of thing, not really being a part of the war at all. And they have it happen to them. But that's the thing with war. It has no bias about who you are or what it is.
Oh,
if it's there, it's going to affect you.
Good luck.
Yeah.
So after you get the Battle of Midway, you get the I'm gonna butcher this. Aleutian
Okay.
Islands campaign from 1942 to 1943, and the Allied forces Which, when they say that, I'm assuming they're talking about Australia, right? Because I remember they went down to, I've seen some stuff about like Dick Bong, the Ace of Aces.
Okay.
And stuff like that. Like guys like that, they end up going down to like Australia for like R&R or whatever. So I'm assuming they're a neutral country.
They were part of the Ally because it says here Australia was actively involved in World War II. Australia declared war on Germany on September 3rd, 1939.
Australia did? Mm-hmm. Damn.
Following the UK's declaration of the war.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because Australia was originally British people. It was British prisoners, and then it turned into a community, and now it was a country.
Yep.
Yeah, with the most deadly fucking snakes and spiders and animals.
I don't think it was necessarily Australian land that was a big part of the war, but a lot of the people went up and helped basically from Australia, which is fucking crazy. My country is not even in threat right now, and we're just gonna go help out.
The U.S. is
That's
in
how
it.
you know
I'm
there's
in
a
it.
problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're like, the U.S. ain't here. We got it.
Yeah.
And then the U.S. showed up and like, oh yeah, shit.
So Australia is just as fucking crazy and psycho as us, which is awesome. They're like our crazy cousin.
Yeah, they're that weird uncle that drinks too much.
They're great though. I love Australia.
So one thing that I didn't know about, about the Pacific Theater when I looked into it is the Battle of Attu.
Okay. Yeah.
It was fought May 1943, and American forces tried to retake a small remote island of Attu in the Aleutian Islands from the Japanese occupation, resulted in a costly victory with high casualties on both sides and the tragic displacement of the island's native people. I'm not going to try and say that word. It's got stuff above the X's and stuff. I'm good.
Okay.
So with this battle of Attu, in June 1942, Japanese forces invaded and occupied this island. A smaller one out of like a chain of islands. It's near the island of Kiska.
Okay.
Kisk. In May 1943, so almost a year later, because fucking I don't know what happens, but America was always 11 months late to the party.
I guess.
But they were ready to. They ended that shit.
Oh yeah.
American forces, part of the 7th Infantry Division, launched Operation Land Crab. A battle took place in harsh Arctic conditions, and Japanese forces led by Colonel Yamasaki, I know how to say that, were well entrenched.
What did you say that island was called?
Attu, A-T-T-U, Arctic condition. Bro, I live in South Dakota. I'm probably closer to Arctic conditions.
It's pretty heavy mountains and shit in there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it looks fucking cold. It's 34 degrees there now.
Damn.
Yep.
All right. I stand corrected. Respect. American forces suffered 549 deaths with 1,148 wounded, and another 2,100 evacuated for disease and non-battle injuries, mostly due to extreme cold.
Yeah.
Japanese casualties. The Japanese garrison, numbering around 2,500 soldiers, suffered heavy losses with only 28 taken prisoner. The tragedy of losing of the native people. They had taken 44 villagers from Attu as prisoners of war, and nearly half of them died in Japan.
Japan took them in as prisoners?
Fuck yeah, dude. Japan.
Jesus Christ.
Survivors were not allowed to return to their home island, and the U.S. government determined that the cost to rebuild their devastated village was prohibitive.
Wow. Unreal.
The battle highlighted the importance of cold weather gear and tactics, leading to improvement in army footwear, outdoor gear, tents, and food.
Yeah, dude, it looks fucking freezing cold all the time there.
I bet.
Like because it's kind of, when you look at.
Oh my, yeah, I just clicked on images.
When you look at the tail that's on Alaska.
It looks like that.
It's way the fuck out there though. But it looks like it continues off of that. Yep, it's up north of Japan in a way, east, almost perfectly northeast.
Oh yeah, I see it right here. Damn, that sucked. That's gotta suck.
It's a little fucking island. Dude, it always surprises me when you find out there's people living on some of these. You know what I mean?
I wonder if they were given U.S. citizenship then, if they were not allowed to return back to their home island.
Right.
I feel like that'd be the only respectable thing to do. Mm-hmm. Maybe. But after this, it says after that campaign in 1942 to 1943 was the Battle of Iwo Jima.
Oh shit! I've heard of this one.
There was obviously a lot that happened in between there.
Oh, sorry to cut you off, but they were relocated after the war to Atka Island, which was 200 miles away. Oh, that's literally part of the tail. Oh, kind of. Yeah, that trails off of
Oh, dude, so they do crab fishing out there. Mm-hmm.
That's part of that little tail on Alaska.
So we got the Battle of Iwo Jima, all right? Mm-hmm. That is gotta be one of the wildest battles.
Well, yeah, that's one of them that I've heard many times. I'm not familiar with details at all on it, so this is pretty exciting. But yeah, definitely have heard that name many times.
It was one of the most brutal, heavy losses. Mm-hmm. We still managed to capture it after serious losses. And the battle was one of the bloodiest in Marine Corps history, with intense close quarters combat and high casualties both sides. The Japanese had built extensive underground defenses, including tunnels and bunkers, and making the island extremely difficult to capture.
Oh shit, this is where we get into the fucking weird traps and shit, huh?
And all the rat tunnels.
Oh no.
Yeah, the guy going in with just the knife.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm. Hey, no flashlight or nothing.
Jungle warfare is fucking terrifying, because I watched a deal they do at Japan now, but it was military training. They had American soldiers over there. This was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That guy from Outdoor Boys went with them. They were out there for a week. Oh my God. The shit, dude. It's just hot and muggy all the time. They couldn't light fires at certain times or whatever, because they had to pretend like they weren't there, and that's whole new terrain, man. We don't have that shit here. So you're fighting, you're playing on full grass when you're used to turf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, I mean, it is what it is. They're good at it. I mean, well, here's the thing, dude. It kind of sounds like we're when World War II popped off. I feel like these guys probably just took over all this shit immediately. Mm-hmm. And they had, let's be real. If someone were to have the balls to come to U.S. soil and lay foot on our soil, if they invaded the East Coast, they'd never make it past the Appalachian Mountains. Mm-hmm. On the West Coast, they'd never make it over the Rocky Mountains.
Yep.
If they somehow land in the middle, God pray for every single one of them. Mm-hmm. Because
it's a bad place to go right there.
Texas to North Dakota, you are going to be met with some of the most intense hatred you'll ever you'll ever be met with. And God forbid anyone lands in Georgia or Tennessee. If you hear banjos, that's it. You're done.
It's over, dude.
You better get right with your God. You better get right with your God, because you're about to meet him.
Yeah, dude.
So if you're
I never thought of that, but yeah, you're right. With the mountain ranges, dude, it just it's strategically perfect.
And how many people live in those mountain ranges?
Oh, yeah.
Off grid.
Right.
Live in knowing the back of their hands. Dude. Ooh. Rednecks, pickup trucks, NASCARs, we're winning. The South will never lose a battle. Yeah. The only way they're losing is if they got nuked.
Or if they're fighting us. Again.
Okay. We're in South Dakota, so someone might have to someone might be smart enough to make that connection, be like, they're southern state, and then all of a sudden we're landlocked and trying to fight people. It's going to be really rough. So I just hope we don't talk about it. All right, I hope it doesn't come to a civil war, but I definitely hope
I doubt it.
Hope the government get their shit figured out.
They will. They'll maybe.
Anyway, the battle demonstrated the ferocity of the Japanese resistance and the high cost of potential invasions of the Japanese mainland. influencing the U.S. decision to use atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, according to the Bill of Rights Institute.
Get ready, boys. The show's about to start. That'd be like a last option, not a fucking solution to the problem. Fuck.
They had one more battle after this one. They had Okinawa at the same time.
Okay.
Okinawa was rough.
Well, maybe that. Okay. Maybe that explains it.
Well, yeah. This is the Iwo Jima is the famous, or is the Mount Suribachi is the famous image of Marines raising the flag.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's Iwo Jima.
Fuck yeah, man.
It went from February 19th to March 26th, 1945, and it was a major battle in the United States Marine Corps and U.S. Navy landed and eventually captured the island of Iwo Jima. That was nearly 6,900 Americans dead and 20,000 Japanese dead.
Jesus, we are efficient. I'm not saying.
Fucking
holy shit.
Stand on business with that KD, son.
Wow.
Dude, yeah. Well, think about it. Someone had just developed the Browning automatic rifle.
True.
What was that? 30-06 in a semi-auto or a full auto?
Yeah.
Oh my God. If you watch the movie Hacksaw Ridge, that's the Battle of Okinawa. They just kept coming.
Yeah.
And that's the next one up too. So that's kind of funny that we even talk about it. Because the Battle of Okinawa is the next one. And it's probably just as bad as the Battle of Iwo Jima. I don't know. I can't say.
Yeah.
Because I still can barely fathom the fact that we did a 2-front war and whooped the shit out of people. But when anybody else tried it, they got shut down. I'm still baffled by that.
Telling you. Built different.
We're the GOAT. Hacksaw Ridge is a battle. It's mainly focused on, as a movie now, it's a Hacksaw Ridge movie. And what Hacksaw Ridge was literally like just a wall, like a cliff with the giant like army net ladder.
Oh, fuck.
All the way down it. And America would climb up. They'd get fucking mowed down, and they'd come up, they'd get dug in, get pushed back, get pushed off the cliff multiple times.
Jesus, what is with us just going head first into all these fights? Oh my God, that is like ridiculous.
You looking at Hacksaw Ridge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez, why? Because they won't see it coming. That is crazy to look at.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the current photo? Yeah, where it's like all green and stuff now.
Yep.
That is wild. What you should look at is Point du Hoc.
Okay.
What it looked terrible.
Okay. Are these fucking craters from the
yeah, dude,
from
the bombing,
God.
dude? Yeah.
Oh God. War is scary.
Dude, yeah. Well, the fact that like some of these naval ships can shoot 1,600-pound shells.
Right.
So you're getting hit with a fucking Freedom sedan.
Yeah.
Because they got 3 in the front, or they got 2 guns in the front and 3 in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting hit with an entire dealership worth of cars in 34 minutes. That's what some of these ships can shoot.
Yeah.
That much weight. It's like, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Dude, during the Battle of Okinawa, fought from April to June 1945, was a brutal and decisive conflict between the United States and Japan. Obviously, it involved the largest amphibious assault in the Pacific Theater. U.S. forces invading the island of Okinawa to battle or to prepare for a future invasion of Japan. While the U.S. ultimately secured victory, the battle was incredibly costly for both sides. Mass casualties, widespread destruction, the works.
Of course.
Okinawa's location, midway between Japan and Formosa, made it crucial strategic asset for the U.S. to push towards the Japanese mainland. So the assault started with a large-scale amphibious landing, codenamed Operation Iceberg. I don't know who the fuck was coming up with these names because some of them are cool, some of them suck.
You don't like Iceberg?
No.
Okay,
No,
fair.
it sunk the Titanic, and then we had a 2-hour movie about a boat sinking that took like 45 minutes. So the Japanese defenders, including the conscripted Okinawan citizens, fought fiercely for utilizing strong fortifications and kamikaze attacks.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh, gee. That battle witnessed the largest kamikaze attacks of the war, including Japanese planes ramming into ships.
Oh my God.
It resulted in high casualties, over 49,000 Americans.
Dude, I've seen a 30-mile-an-hour car crash. A plane dive bombing into a ship.
That ship's thick, though.
Yeah, well, I'm still.
I know. Over 49,000 Americans dead. Mm-hmm. Estimated 110,000 Japanese and Okinawan deaths. The battles that caused extensive damage to Okinawan infrastructure, with an estimated 90% of the island structures destroyed.
Good.
They fucking leveled it, bro.
Ugh.
Had a psychological impact. That battle had a psychological impact on both U.S. and Japanese forces, with the U.S. planners realizing the potential cost of a full-scale invasion of Japan. Can you imagine America just full-fledged everything you fucking got onto Japan? We would have it in an hour. If we went every ship, every person, everything, we'd be. Because look at this. The Battle of Okinawa ended June 1945, which means Germany was already surrendered. Mm-hmm. So those men could have been brought back over. Mm-hmm. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
It ended on June 22nd in 1945 with a U.S. victory, but also led to the use of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, ultimately forcing Japan's surrender. The battle is remembered as a significant turning point in the Pacific Theater and a reminder of the immense human cost of war. Mm-hmm. Also, should be a reminder, don't fucking touch American boats.
Yeah, no shit.
You will not like the outcome.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the bombing of Japan is wild.
It is.
It is wild. Did you know there is a fucking submarine that killed a train?
How does that even make sense?
On mainland, there is only one thing to ever attack Japanese soil ever.
Oh.
And it is a fucking US submarine. They shot a missile at a fucking reinforcement or a reinforced train.
Yep.
For supplies and stuff.
Oh shit. Took it down.
Or no, they didn't shoot a missile at it. They took 4 people and invaded Japan.
Okay.
They were the first ones to ever attack Japan's mainland. They invaded it. 4 dudes, 4 or 5. And they went and put what is that charge they call it? Scuttle charge.
Okay.
With a timer or a remote switch, one of the two. And put it under the train tracks and waited for the train to go over it.
Wow.
Yeah. Or they put a pressure switch on it from a torpedo. Mm-hmm. So as soon as the train went over it, blow the whole train up. And it is the first and only attack ever to happen on Japanese mainland other than the bombs.
Wow.
And it was done by a submarine crew on its 4th war patrol. Guys,
dude,
legend.
I'm telling you, man, some of the shit that these men did during this war is just unbelievable.
Dude, yeah. It's
like, could you imagine going like not only that, but you were talking about the guys that were putting fucking thermites in the goddamn artillery and shit. Like, these are like spec op missions, man. They're like needs to be done, and only a few men can do it.
Oh yeah. And the commander of the submarine was like, go, let's go. It is wild.
It is.
Now, this is what I want to know. I want to ask this to our viewers and to you. What do you think would have happened if we would have had the nuclear bomb in 1943?
I don't know.
Do you think we would have dropped it on Germany?
Probably.
Do you think? I think that would have then led to dropping it on what we should have done. We should have done. Built 10 bombs. Belt to ass will change dude. It's like MGK and Eminem, dude. Eminem cooked his ass so hard, bro. He changed fucking genres.
Did you say MGK?
Yeah.
I thought you said MK Ultra for a minute there.
No, I said MGK.
I think you said that. I was just
Whoa, MK Ultra. That's wild.
we're in the future now.
Yeah, anyway, wait, whoa.
whoa. Slow your roll.
Whoa, brother.
We'll get there soon. MK Ultra would be a really fun episode.
Ooh, you know what'd be really funny is a Russian sleep experiment.
That's not real.
I know, but it'd still be nice to be told.
Okay, fair.
God, you gotta be a dick about it. It's not real. Neither is Godzilla, but I still have a fucking poster of him on my wall.
You know, it's crazy that I never realized that was Godzilla. Okay. Anyway, beyond the point.
The fuck did you think it was?
I just didn't look at it that much.
Brother, you were with me when I bought it.
No, I was not.
Yeah, because I bought this too.
I wasn't there when you bought that.
No, I called you. I remember that. I called you. Whoops. You were there. You were there on the phone. I think we could have ended World War II a lot faster if we had those bombs earlier. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I think that would have destroyed the world.
Yeah. I think the fact we used them at all is fucking insane because, like I said, a lot of people got wiped out that really had nothing to do with what their government was doing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. They had no business. A lot of innocence. Mm-hmm. But
sent the message. That's for sure.
Don't touch America's boats.
Yeah.
It's literally that's what started it. It's one of those things that, like, holy shit, that shouldn't have happened. Mm-hmm. But one thing I do got to bring up is during this whole Pacific Theater, I forgot all about this.
Okay.
During the Battle of Ramree Island in 1945, a large number of Japanese soldiers were killed, with the myth that 40 or 980, according to some accounts, were eaten by saltwater crocodiles. With a small number of soldiers were likely killed by crocodiles. The primary cause of death was attributed to factors of dehydration, drowning, British gunfire.
Good God.
But there's a biologist called Forrest Galante. Great dude. Love him on the JRE podcast. It's awesome. He's great. Dude literally found what was supposed to be an extinct species. He found the last surviving turtle on an island that was literally like there was lava.
Oh my God.
Covering the island.
Whoa.
And he found a turtle that nobody had seen in 100 years.
Wow.
It was or 50 years or something. He was the last one.
Okay. Yeah, that's nuts.
And he's working with the team to try and find the Tasmanian devil or Tasmanian tiger.
Yep.
Bunch of other shit. He's super sick. His fucking Instagram is awesome. It's just wild shit all the time. Like, but he talked about this on one of Joe Rogan's podcasts. He was there. He went to Ramree Island. Oh, in search of he was looking for caimans. Okay. Different. He was looking for a special type of caiman that he actually found. Wow. And it's fucking albino.
Oh my God.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Like a full yellow crocodile. And he found one. But he got to the Ramree Island and one of the native species or the native people there, they had, what happens is they have so many crocodiles that when people get hurt, people get bit by crocodiles or attacked and not eaten, they just consider them dead. Even if they're laying there bleeding out or whatever. Oh no. They don't do anything. They just, dude. Yeah. Well, Forrest Galante and his buddy had just got there on a fucking speedboat, like to the island from another island, and found this kid who just got his arm broken, like 12 spots, leg broken, ripped up. I think he's missing half his arm or something. Like he's gonna die. Yeah. They fucking, his parents, the kid's parents were already like crying over his death and like mourning him. Forrest Galante turned the boat around, went over to the next island where a hospital is. He took him it was like 180 miles or something like that. I don't even think it was that much. But he went to another island where there's a hospital, got the kid there, and he survived, and they saved one of his arms.
Good. That's fucking crazy.
But they just left him to die in the boat.
They don't have modern medicine, I assume.
Didn't care. I don't think.
Yeah.
But can you just imagine 1,000 people, rounding up, 1,000 people just getting attacked and eaten by saltwater crocodiles?
Yeah, dude, fuck all of that. Like, I don't know what's worse. Like I said, getting chased by dudes with guns or fucking running into gator infested or crocodile infested water. Like, that just, hell no.
Wow. I click in Ram Marie Island and it's just a picture of alligators right away. I was like, oh, nice. Oh my God, there's a movie about it called Saltwater, The Battle of Ram Marie Island. Hey, yo, might be looking into that here.
There you go.
Might go watch that after this.
I found out Ram Marie is part of Myanmar. Wild.
Really? You do not?
Nope. Do now. That place is like jungle, but infested with spiders and snakes. You'd love it.
I'm good. I'm so good, you don't even know. I am so great. I am good. But Ram Marie Island, dude, I looked into just the Battle of Ram Marie Island.
Right.
And it took place from the 14th of January to the 22nd of February in 1945.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's part of the Burma campaign conducted by the XV Indian Corps, British troops.
Gotcha.
It's only 520 square miles.
Yeah, it's not big at all.
Well, I mean,
well,
it's bigger than South Dakota.
Yeah, I mean it is, but compared to just when you look at it from a map, it just looks so little.
Yeah. It's separated by a mainland, or separated from the mainland by a strait of the average width of 490 feet. And the island is 70 miles south of Yakab.
It is, yep.
It is now Sitwe. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it looks funny. There's 2 T's and 1 W, so Sitwe.
Yeah, I watched a guy, he went to Myanmar and just to like see, you know, and it is a fucking mess. Apparently they're like in a whole like dictatorship or something.
How
and
they got airfields on those small ass islands.
dude, yeah, that's another thing.
The
like
jungle alone.
You ever seen some of those? It's fucking insane. It's just like a trees and then an airstrip all cleared out.
Yeah, I'm like, those better not be big planes trying to land there very fast.
Yeah,
Japan got a W for this, for the Ram Marie Islands. It's not a big win, but it's a little win.
okay.
So listen to this. The Battle of Ram Marie Island is known for claims that hundreds of Japanese soldiers were killed by crocodiles in the mangrove swamps of Ram Marie. Some editions of the Guinness Book of World Records have described this as the highest number of fatalities in an animal attack.
Oh my God.
Zoologists and modern military historians have dismissed these claims, allegedly. Imagine if they had the internet back then.
Yeah,
I feel like this war would have been over with an email.
oh, dude, this is just Everglades on crack, dude. It's fucking huge, man. To think, you know, the whole war with Germany being right in the middle of Europe, pushing into Poland, and then Russia getting involved because they were pushing into their land, and then you got like the UK, which is an island, but still, it's fucking not that far close to Germany. It's like almost touching it. So that all makes sense, but when Japan flies halfway across the fucking like an eighth of the world or whatever to get to us, dude, it's absolutely insane. The whole story of just World War II in general is fascinating because it goes on forever. I mean, every single day was a new thing. You know what I mean? There was this attack here, or this loss here. You know, it was just nonstop the entire time. There was always something happening. And that's why I think you could go on for days about details and stuff on some of these things. And yeah, at the end of the day, it's just fascinating. And we all lived through it. We're still here. A lot of people didn't make it. And that's unfortunate. And that's why we need to always be better, you know, and learn from war so it doesn't happen anymore.
Speaking of war and World War II, my great grandfather had 3 brothers. Mm-hmm. I think it was 2 or 3 brothers, and they all hit Normandy Beach.
Really?
Every single one of them. One didn't even make it out of the boat.
Fuck.
So when did Obama leave office?
2016,
16,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it was like 2012 or 2013.
Okay.
My great grandpa received a Purple Heart.
Oh yeah.
1. Instead of the I think he got 1 Distinguished Service Cross, Because one of my grandpa's brothers, when they landed on Normandy, he was able to get under cover and sneak his way up, and he threw in a grenade sack into a machine gunner's nest. The bunker,
shit.
blew the bunker up, and someone then shot him, and he bled out like over the next like 12 hours or whatever.
Wow.
So he got the Purple Heart, and I think the other one's got like something else. But there's a picture of my great grandpa in his late 80s, early 90s, shaking Barack Obama's hand. And you know,
God.
dude, yeah, receiving the Purple Heart. They didn't receive any special treatment other than the one or
Right.
two. I was like, okay, wild.
Wow.
But no, my grandpa stayed home and farmed. He worked for 10 cents a week in the 1930s.
Damn.
He started doing that. And then when the war started, he had a good in and he started working hard, and they went off to war. He went off to, or he wanted to as well. And they had that sibling rule where one boy has to stay home.
Oh shit. Yeah. You know, I always look at that. I think that's hilarious when old people go, "Oh, back in the good old days." Oh, you mean back when you guys were attacking joining countries to fight in wars that didn't change the border at all? Or when they had serial killers running around picking up women? Yeah, back in the good old days. Fuck me.
I first, when my dad used to say that, the first thing I thought of was, yeah, back when you could drink and drive and fucking play lawn darts.
Yeah. Lawn darts is wild.
Back when M80s were a fucking thing to reckon with, bro.
Just the normal standard.
Exactly. No, it was not that at all. It was,
I love the time I'm in now. Maybe the 90s would have been cool, but that's about it. That's as far back as I want to go.
personally, I want to go back to I want to be born in the 50s.
No.
So then I can start running semis in the 70s.
Okay.
To the
fair.
80s.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Into the 90s, and then quit right as 9/11 happens. Cash out on the stock market and just dip.
That's one way to do it.
And just live forever. I'm just kidding. That's fucking terrible.
That was crazy.
No, I don't know. I would do something. I'd like to see I would have liked to see the evolution of trucking and semis and their designs and power.
Oh, yeah.
Over the years. I would have liked to see that firsthand.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sweet.
And dude, I want to drive a 379 so bad right now. I haven't driven a Peterbilt in so fucking long.
What you waiting for?
I don't have one. I'm not going out to my homies being like, "Yo, let me drive your work truck."
Let's go to the truck stop after this, and we'll just go jack one for like an hour or something and go drive around the block a few times.
Yeah. Hold on. Did you just hear the level of felonies you just admitted to this?
And I didn't say we were gonna do it.
And since you did not say disconnect the trailer, the possibility of federal crimes being committed by stealing freight.
Oh man, this is why I'd never make a good criminal. Honestly,
this is why I'm hot. 2003 back again, dude. Right. Yeah, that shit's wild. You know what we need to cover at some point?
What's that?
Vietnam.
Oh boy. Yeah. Vietnam's a fucking crazy one. Are they still split up? No. But I do know from that guy I was referencing, the small brained American, the guy that went to Myanmar. He made a whole trip from Ireland all the way to, I want to say, did he make it to Japan or something like that at the end, I think? But yeah, he went all the way across Europe, basically. End up in North Vietnam, and as soon they'd be like, "Oh hi," shaking his hand stuff, and all of a sudden they'd be like, "Where are you from?" And he's like, "America," and they're like, "Oh," and then they just walk away.
Jeez, dude, they're still pissed.
They are really pissed.
Hey, just because we hit them with napalm instead of an atomic bomb, dude, we get fucked.
I mean. Hey,
but yeah, I think, in conclusion, I'd like to say that World War II was an absolutely awful thing, But you know what happened. We learned a lot. And I think one of the most important things is don't start nothing.
Yeah.
Won't be nothing.
Exactly.
Fucketh around and findeth out.
Mm-hmm. Words to live by right there.
Yep. If you don't stand on business, you'll fall for anything.
You're damn right.
And if you want to be able to afford things without looking at the price tag, you better be able to work without looking at the clock.
Oof. Wise words right here.
Ooh, bars.
You can't get them anywhere else.
Just, ooh, bars.
Bores.
DJ Smith Wesson. DJ Smith Weston. Throw a T in there so I don't get sued.
Yeah. Or end up in the
Weston.
house with all the fucking weird staircases that go nowhere. Oh, no, that's the Winchester house. Never mind.
I'd love to be Dean Winchester for like 10 minutes, but then I'd probably freak out.
Didn't he get killed by his own gun?
No, Dean Winchester is from Supernatural, the TV show dick shit.
Well, fucking excuse me.
Sorry, I get a little protective.
I see that.
Just a little bit, not much, but a little bit. All right. Well, I think in total, World War II is absolute shit that happened.
Yep.
Hitler was not right in anything he did, but you also got to remember sometimes to get the results that you wish for or the results you desire, extreme measures must be taken.
Yep.
And Japan saw that firsthand when we decided to say, all right, we're done fucking around. Good luck. About to turn 2 fat rice cookers on and peace out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What was it? What was it? The little man and fat boy or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. And they just drop fucking. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, it's a good point. I mean, like, good men do bad things and bad men do good things. That's all there is at the end of the day. I don't know if anybody's inherently evil or if they're inherently good.
Serial killers are fucking inherently evil, dude. Like Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, fucking Ed Gein.
Yeah.
Ew. Y'all needed to be shot, not even on trial.
Yeah.
Just straight sacked and tapped right there.
Actually, fuck my point. There are inherently evil people.
Yes,
Fuck
there
them.
are, dude. Yes, there are.
All right.
Adolf Hitler was one of them. He was like, let's guess.
Yep.
But no, hey, let me just end this off. Let's end this off in one thing. Hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. And repeat. Dude, the amount of shit that we can accomplish in a Saturday afternoon is wild.
I know.
But you know what? I think that's where we're going to wrap up here on episode 8.
Everybody go check out the Instagram. Email us. There's an email down below. Make sure you send us some story suggestions, whatever, if you're hearing this. If you got something you want us to talk about or look into, that'd be great. Follow the Instagram because you get live updates on photos to check out and they go with the episodes. So you don't want to miss that. Also, check out the YouTube if you don't rock with Spotify. So we got them there too. Anyway, I think that's all I got to add.
Yeah, guys. Thank you for listening. Appreciate it. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
See you
Thanks.
later.
Bye.